Good evening, my friends. I hope you had a beautiful day. I'm sitting here with my cup of tea, winding down from the day. And I just wanted to invite you into this quiet space for a few minutes. This time together is about slowing down at the end of a busy day and talking about real life, faith, family, parenting, and how Jesus shows up in our everyday moments. So I've lived a little life, learned a few lessons, made my share of mistakes, and seen God's faithfulness show up in ways both big and small. So whether you've had a long day, a good day, or one you're just ready to put behind you, this is the place to exhale, reflect, and reset. I'm really glad that you're here tonight with me. So, tonight, I want to talk to you about a little something, about a matter that's deeply in all of our lives called faith. Faith beginning at home. So, for many of us, when we think about faith, we think about church service, Bible studies, or specific spiritual moments. But over time, I have learned that faith is formed mostly powerfully at home, not through perfect words and not through forced lessons, but through everyday living. Our children, no matter their age, learn faith by watching us. They watch us on how we handle stress. They watch how we speak to one another and how we respond to things that really don't go our way. Faith is caught far more often than it is taught. Let me repeat that. Faith is caught far more often than it is taught. So, one of the most freeing things I've learned is that faith at home doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't require perfect routine, long prayers, or having all of the answers. Faith often shows up in the most ordinary moments, the ones we don't think to label as spiritual. Faith at home, it looks like we speak to our children when we're stressed. It looks like how we respond when plans change suddenly. It looks like whether we choose grace or frustration when we're tired. Those moments matter. They are shaping our hearts. They are shaping our children's hearts, even when we don't realize it. Sometimes we think faith needs to be formal to be effective, but some of the strongest faith lessons come from honesty, from saying, I don't know, but let's figure it out together. From even saying, I didn't handle that very well, and I'm very sorry. From letting your children see that faith includes humility, not always certainty. And I believe it's important to say, especially for parents who feel that maybe they've messed up along the way, God is not limited by timing. He works in this present moment. He works in all present moments. He works in willingness. He works in love, the love that keeps showing up. God is not limited in timing. Faith doesn't grow because we got everything right. It grows because we stayed open. So if your home feels messy, if your schedule feels full, if your faith feels quiet instead of loud, that doesn't disqualify you. that may be exactly where faith is being formed. Faith at home shows up in the small moments. It looks like choosing patience when we're tired. It looks like apologizing when you've spoken too sharply. It looks like pausing to pray, even briefly, when you don't have all the answers. So, some of the most meaningful, faithful moments don't happen during formal teachings, right? They happen in the kitchen, they happen in the car, they happen at bedtime, and in the middle of ordinary conversations. The Bible reminds us that faith is meant to be lived daily, not just talked about, not just scheduled, but practiced. We live our faith out loud through grace, humility, and honesty. We give our families permission to grow without fear of getting it wrong. So let's have a little faith. And I want to gently say it, especially for the ones who carry regret. Faith at home, it does not require a perfect past. If you're still showing up, if you're still willing to love, if you're still open to grow, then faith is at work. It's never too late to model grace. It's never too late to choose patience. It's never too late to show love. So tonight, here's something simple to carry with you. Tomorrow, choose one small moment to live your faith out loud at home. It might be a calm response instead of a reaction. It might be listening without interrupting. It might be extending grace to someone else or even to yourself. Small moments build strong foundations. So, as we get ready to close tonight, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for spending a few moments with me this evening. My hope is that you leave this space feeling a little lighter, a little more encouraged, and reminded that faith is lived out in the small, everyday moments. Wherever you are tonight, at home, with your family, or watching the replay, may you rest in grace, walk in peace, and stay planted like where God has you. Take a deep breath, hold on to what matters, and we'll talk again soon. Good night, my friends.